All right, so as a reminder, posters are due. Posters are due this week. You will get a quiz grade. For your topics learned in ALEKS. The rubric for that is on our webpage under the resources tab. It tells you how many topics you need to learn each week to earn a certain grade. It's basically one topic per 10 percentage points. If you learn 10 topics in a week, you get 100 for a quiz score. If you learn 5 topics in a week, you get a 50 for a quiz score. Okay? Direct correlation. Your quiz is going to be on Thursday. All right, so some example problems for today. And the first example that we're going to look at is 3 times x minus 5 is equal to 13. All right, in this problem, we've got a number outside of the parentheses. That means to multiply. And it means to distribute this 3 times the x and times the negative 5. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15, and that's equal to 13. And now you've done this type of problem already this week. So we're going to add 15 to each side. The 3x falls down, the 15s cancel out, and this 3x is equal to 28. I'm going to divide each side by 3 now. And our x is equal to 28 over 3. Now, since there's nothing that goes into 28 and 3 evenly, we're just going to leave it as 28 over 3. Next, we've got 5c minus 24. And it's equal to negative 4. So we're going to isolate this variable by adding 24 to each side. Our 5c falls down, our 24s cancel out, and negative 4 plus 24 is 20. And then we're going to divide both sides by 5. 5's cancel, and our c is equal to 4. Now, let's try to get in the habit of this for the rest of this week. When we get our solution, let's go back to the original equation and rewrite it and substitute our solution for the variable. So we're going to take 5 times 4 minus 24, and we're going to see if it's equal to negative 4. So 5 times 4 is 20, minus 24, we get negative 4 equals negative 4. That means our solution is correct. Okay? If we substitute our solution into the original equation, and the two sides are equal to each other, then our solution is correct. So let's get in the habit of checking our solutions after every problem this week. That way everybody will make 100 on the quiz. All right? If you get one of these wrong and your solution doesn't work and you can't see what you did wrong, then bring me your paper and I'll go over it with you and we'll figure out what you did wrong. Let's take a look at 8 times r plus 2 equal to 64. Distributive property again. We got the 8 times the r plus the 8 times the 2. So 8 times r is 8r plus 16 is equal to 64. Next, we can subtract 16 from each side. Our 8r falls down. Our 16s cancel out. And 64 minus 16 . 48. And then we can divide both sides by 8. The 8's cancel, and our r is equal to 6. So now, if we take that, we take this 6 and substitute it back into the original equation, we would have 8 times 6 plus 2 equal to 64. Well, wouldn't this be 8 times 8 equals 64? And 8 times 8 does equal 64. So this solution is correct. Let's take a look at negative 4 minus p equals negative 2. All right, when you see this negative sign in front of the variable, just please be careful. We're going to add 4 to each side first. The 4's cancel. The negative, don't forget this negative p. This negative sign has to fall down. And that negative p is equal to negative 2 plus 4, which is 2. And now our variable has to be positive when we're finished. So we're going to divide each side by negative 1. And we get a p that's equal to negative 2. Now, yeah.
Does it still work if you just multiply by negative 1?
You can multiply each side by negative 1 or divide by negative 1. Yes, it does. So now when we substitute, we got negative 4 minus our solution is negative 2 equal to negative 2. So you can just type it in your calculator or you can keep change. And negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2 and it's equal to negative 2. So our solution works and is correct. Next, we've got 5 times 2x minus 3 equal to 15. And again, we've got a 5 times a 2x and a 5 times a negative 3. So the 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. And that's equal to 15. So we're going to add 15 to each side. $10x falls down. 15's cancel. And 15 plus 15 is 30. We're going to divide both sides by 10. Our 10's cancel. And our x is equal to 3. So now I'm going to check my answer. Substitute to 3 for the x. So we go 5 times 2 times 3 minus 3 equals 15. If we do everything in parentheses first, all right, we get 5 times 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 3 is 3. And 15 equals 15. So this solution works, and it's correct. All right, last example here. Got 1/5 t. 1/5 times t minus 3 equal to negative 17. Going to start off by adding 3 to each side. The 1/5 t comes down. Threes cancel. And negative 17 plus 3 is negative 14. You can multiply by 5 over 1 or divide by 1/5. I'm going to multiply times 5 over 1. The 1/5 and the 5 over 1, when you multiply a fraction by its reciprocal, the product is equal to 1. So we're just left with a t. And negative 14 times 5 over 1 is the same as negative 14 times 5. And 14 times 5 is negative 70. So if we check this solution, we're going to take 1/5 times negative 70, subtract 3 from it, and we're going to see if it equals negative 17. In your calculator, you can type 1/5 times 70. Negative equals, we get negative 14 minus 3 equal to negative 17. And negative 14 minus 3 is negative 17, and it's equal to negative 17. So this solution works, and it is correct. All right, so does anybody have any questions on those 6 different problems? All right, then your assignment for today is going to be on page P12, problems 31 through 36. Once you've completed those, check focus for an electronic assignment. And once you've completed that, or if you check focus and it's not there yet, then just work in the Alex app. Unfortunately, I usually don't get this electronic assignment posted till middle of the day. So if you check it at the end of class and it's not there, check it again later during the day. Just make sure that you've completed the assignment. Make sure you've completed the practice problems and you've checked them before you open the electronic assignment.